Hi everyone, all excited about starting your next part of your studies. I'm Jane Van Balen and I'm from the library, and I'm a research librarian, and I'm just one of a whole team of us, and I can see there's quite a few of us here who have just come along, so we hope to sort of be hanging around after this, so if you wanted to catch up with us you can. But I've got a few things to tell you about the library, and can I just get an idea of how many of you have been Macquarie before? Quite a lot of you. Fantastic. So a lot of this information will be familiar, and but there'll be a few things. If you haven't been a postgraduate student before, there'll be a few things that that are new. So, okay. So we'll try. So essentially, we have a whole lot of services, special services for HDR students, which I'm going to give you a bit of an overview. So one of the things that you can organise with a research librarian, which is why it's a good idea to find out who your research librarians are, is you can arrange to have a research consultation. This is a really, really useful thing to do if you have a literature search to do for your work, for your research project. Most people have to do some sort of literature review. We can help you with that searching and get your searching skills really up to scratch, and we can give you a tailored recommendation on how to go about doing your particular topic search. So I'll show you about that, about borrowing and study spaces. There's some really useful things there. Getting material from other libraries, organising your research, getting your thesis online, and training and help. So that's essentially the things I'm covering. So if you've been a student here at Macquarie for a while, you'll know this screen. This is our MultiSearch screen. This is where you can get access to most of our resources that you can find. There's a few different tabs you can see there, books, articles and more. There's also databases. Hands up if you're used to using databases. Yes, fantastic. Now that you're doing an MRes, you really can't just rely on Google Scholar and MultiSearch to do all your searching. There are specialised databases which will be a lot more effective at doing what you need to do with regards to searching. You can also see there's a link to Google Scholar on that page. Has anyone used that link before? Yes? Yes? Anybody not know it was there? Yep. So if you use that link to Google Scholar, you can access the library links when you're off campus. So that's a really useful thing to do. There's other ways of getting them set up as well, but that's a really easy way of doing it. Down the left-hand side, you can see there's a whole lot of menu items, which I'll touch on as well. So as I said before, individual consultations are a really, really good idea. If you make an appointment with your research librarian, you can find out so much more about what you need to do. So, and how we can help you. So this is basically the types of things we can help you. We can also help you with much everyone. So we have for all the different faculties, we have research librarians. So there's a few people you can contact that are subject specialists. Borrowing. Now, borrowing for postgrads isn't a whole lot different to how it is for undergrads, but you probably do get longer periods that you can borrow for, and so up to 16 weeks plus 5 renewals. There is a proviso with that, however. If somebody else wants the item that you've got on loan, they may recall it. So if somebody else wants it, you might get an email asking for you to return it. We usually do give you 2 weeks to do that. So, but otherwise, if nobody wants the item that you've got, you can have it for quite a long time. You can also obtain things from our automated retrieval collection. Essentially, that's things that are fairly old, not used very often, that are in that collection. But if you find that something's in that collection and you want it, it's really a very simple matter of requesting it, and it's usually available within half an hour. We've also got a lot of material online, so you've probably noticed that a lot of things are available, just simply available online, and you can access them from wherever you are. We've also got this special higher degree research study space. Does anyone know about this yet? Yes, a few people do. What I recommend that you do, this is on level 5, and it's only available to higher degree research students. But you do need to apply for this access. So I do recommend that you do that early, because if you leave it, you might find that you're waiting a bit longer because everybody else will be trying to get into. So there is a little bit of a processing time lag, so I just recommend that you try and organise this early. You just need your student card to get swipe access in the lift, and you can go up into level 5. And it's just a little bit quieter than using the rest of the library, as I'm sure you're aware. And as you can see, there's a few other facilities available. Interlibrary Loans is another thing that is available for you. If we don't have something, you can request it. So if you find that we don't have access, just simply select Interlibrary Loan, which is at the top of the MultiSearch page, and select the article chapter if it's an article that you want, and fill out the form, and we'll hopefully get it for you fairly quickly. Just remember that the more accurate your form is, the more likely we'll find it. So if there are mistakes, it makes it difficult, but hopefully you'll be able to get that fairly quickly. You can also suggest new materials, so if we don't have something, it might be something that is worthwhile for other students to get, so don't forget you can do that as well. There are pages on our website where you can do that, or you can simply ask your research librarian to purchase it as well. We have a whole range of subject and research guides. These are really useful. We try to sort of pack a whole lot of information that we think that you'll want. So some of them tend to be a little bit dense, but there's the object is that we're trying to help you with the things that you need to find out about. As you can see, there are subject-based ones, but there's also some really useful research support over on the right-hand side, and you can see there are links to bibliographic referencing software, and there's a few other really useful links as well. So have a look at these. They're a little bit hidden on our page. You'll find them under Research on the left-hand column, and they're under Assignment and Study Guides. So these are really useful, and we put a lot of effort into them. They're actually being updated at the moment, so by next semester they'll be changed. So we're trying to sort of unclutter them a little bit, but essentially they'll still have the same functionality and usefulness. This is what one of the LibGuides looks like. This is the one for bibliographic referencing software, and you can see we support a whole range of different softwares, including EndNote and Mendeley. They're the main two that we support, and we do classes for these in the HDR workshops. So do you all know about the HDR workshops? Yes, so look out for the sessions on those. If you have a research consultation with a librarian, we can help you with these as well. This is the page to the HDR workshops, and you can see that there's one on EndNote Basic for PC on the 1st of March, and Mendeley Introductory Course on the 2nd of March, as well as all those other things. So those things are often held in the library, as you can see. So to book for those, you just go through that link that's on that page. So this is also some other research support things that we have available. Research Online is essentially the institutional repository for all of the research output for the university. Well, it aims to be for all of the research output. Probably that's not possible to have everything there, but we're endeavouring to have all that represented there. You can also, there's a digital theses program, information about how to submit, although you'll probably, that isn't something you'll need to worry about right now, but that is down the track something that you can worry about. There's also information about research identifiers. So if you're starting to publish, it's really useful if you have your identity defined, and these things are helpful for that. Just imagine if you had a name like Peter Smith or Robert Chan or something like that, you're going to have a lot of other people with the same name, and these things are intended to try and break some of those differences so that you can have a unique identity. Open access at Macquarie, that's just information about how that works. Research data management, copyright and IP. So these are all things that we can help you with in the library. Getting your thesis online. So this is, there's a whole page around this. We can give you advice on this if you need help, but essentially all of the information is there. Trove is actually a portal put together by the National Library, and that's where it can show up. So you can actually search for other universities' theses through Trove. And if you put yours online, yours will appear there too. So if you need more help, we do have tours in the library this week. Then there is also workshops available. We're doing various workshops for particular groups, but individual consultations is probably something that you'll get most benefit from, and also we can help online. So our physical opening hours, quite long, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. this week. Then during semester will be open till 11 p.m. And on weekends 10 till 6. So, thank you all for listening. See you at the library.